start recording.
Okay, start करें. Okay, namaste. Good afternoon. My name is Shailesh Saraf. I am the managing director of Dynamic Equities Private Limited. We have a wonderful website and an app. Our app is known as D-Levels and our website is dynamiclevels.com. So today we'll be discussing many yearly results are on today. So we'll be discussing some good results, good pack jumps, and also mainly we'll also be discussing what is happening after GST. Because GST is one of the biggest tax changes and many companies would be affected by GST, right? So we will discuss about that also. So before that, can you hear my voice? Is my voice clear? Can we have a raise of hands? Is my voice clear? Yes, yes. Thank you, Visheshji, Manojji. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, it's clear. So let's start. We'll discuss some yearly results and we'll also discuss what is going to happen after GST. Now you have to understand GST rates for each India. What is actually GST? So there are many commodities in India and every state had a different tax on a particular commodity. Like if you take mobile phones. So mobile phones taxes in Karnataka was only 4%, while in Delhi it was 14.5%. Now I think so they have brought the tax down to 12%. So people, the companies who are registered in Karnataka, they will have to pay 8% extra tax, while some companies will get benefit. So right now we really need to study which sectors are going up after GST and which shares are going up after GST. Okay, so if you see once the GST rates were announced, we saw a massive fall in the market. Okay, the market from 7,700 went down to 6,900. There was a correction of 10%. Okay, this was due to because the rates which were expected in the market was not in tune and the world markets were pretty okay. Only India was falling during this time. From 18th, 19th May to about 24th May, when the market made a low of 6,904 and again the market is started to go up. Okay, so we have to check that we have to be, right now we just have data of about 7-8 days from the 24th of May. It's a short time, but we are continuously studying because whenever there is a big change in the market, you have to study the sectors and the shares. Okay, my voice is clear, everybody? Yeah, Suchitra Ghosh, you have a problem. Everybody can hear. As all can hear, as all can hear. Please check your system. Okay, so basically we'll study from 24th May. It's a small data, but it's very good to study that what is happening after 24th May, which sectors are doing well after 24th May. Because once you know the sectors, then you can select the shares from which sector is critical. Now, if you are not aware of certain sectors, then you will miss the opportunity in the market. Okay, so which are the sectors going up? Okay, so from 24th May, this data is till today. We've taken the data till today, till 3:30 actually, 3:25 before we started. So if you see, after 24th May, when the market made a small cap, made a low of 6,900, I don't know how many people track small cap. Now, if you observe, small cap fell by 10%, but actually Nifty only corrected by 2%. Now, if you want to make money, you also have to be aware of small and mid cap. So especially the index, the mid cap index went by 8% and small cap went by 10%. Okay, small cap is more volatile because obviously the market cap is low, so it's more volatile, but also it gives, if you can get a good small cap share to invest in, you can actually, it can become a multi-bagger because the equity is very small and the chances of the price rising is very, very high. So we really study small caps, very, very small caps, which we call mini caps, micro caps. So there are certain companies which are doing well, and these companies which are at 1,000 crore market cap tends to become 2,000 crore, 3,000 crores. Okay, so if you see Nifty only made only corrected by 2%. So it was basically the small cap which corrected because of the GST. Because many companies are getting affected because now there is one tax for one commodity across all states in the country. So now to spread the work, they can only work on one tax and any company can spread in 25 states very quickly. So GST is going to bring a big change in the country. Okay, so we really, from 19th May, probably for the next 2-3 months, especially from 1st July when GST becomes more active, we have to take care of certain companies because the profitability of certain companies will get affected in a big way. So which sectors are doing well, which shares are doing well, we have to keep a very hawk eye because markets would change in a big way, in the next 3 months. So if we can get an idea that these sectors are doing well and these shares are doing well, so in the next 1 year, we can actually take the benefit of GST. Because sometimes it is very difficult to find out that which companies are getting benefited because they may have a lower tax on a particular commodity in a particular state. So that is why we keep a track. So we want to show you the sector. So fertilizers, after 24th May, fertilizers are already started doing well. Okay, that is gone. Now another thing is paper. We will go in the share, we will go in each, shares of each sector also. Auto tire tubes are doing well. Cements are doing well. That means cement companies are doing well. Packaging is doing well. Financial services are doing well. So these are some of the top 10 companies which has been doing well in the last 7-8 days after the market has made a low of the small cap of 6,900. So we are particularly keeping an interest on these sectors. Also, we want to give you a sector analysis, of the last 4 years. It will also help you. We're just bringing the data on the screen. Sectoral performance. Sorry for the delay. We just Okay. Now if you see,
ये 4 पर आए.
अच्छा वो कहाँ है जो बड़ा बना है?
वो वाला नहीं, ये वाला नहीं.
जो कपूर जी के साथ बनाया था.
ओके, वो वाला तो नहीं.
जल्दी लेके. Okay, it's okay. Now if you see, इसको ऊपर से करो ना, टॉप से.
टॉप से
नहीं, टॉप से नहीं. फाइल को रख लो है प्रॉपर्ली. अब से लगा दो. Yeah, scroll down there.
इसको हटा दें.
Okay, so if you study the sectors which have come four times, that means in the last 4 years, the sectors which have been performing, which you should have an idea, one of the sector is food. If you see all 4 years, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, it has gone up. Okay, the second sector which has gone up is 87%. The third is 85%, which is auto, tires and tubes. Okay, realty, household, chemicals and textiles. Now these sectors have come. These sectors have come all the last 4 years. They have been in the top 10 sectors. Okay, so it is very important that you should keep a track on these sectors. Now, if you see the current sector, which has gone up, okay, now we also have auto, tires, tubes. Okay, food, if you check, right now food is not performing after GST. Personally, I thought food will perform, but according to the 8 days data, food has not been performing. So we have to go more in details. Auto, tire is still there. Packaging is still there. And also the textile apparels is also in the top 15. Okay, so sector analysis is the key to make money in the markets, right? Last 4 years which sector is going, last 3 months which sector is going, last 6 months which sector has been performing, because where is the money shifting? Now certain sectors get benefited because of the government policies. So GST being a very important government policy, the sector, and certain companies in certain sectors will do very, very well. Okay, so let's go now on to each share of each sector. So let's study fertilizers after GST. So we have a data of all the 1800 companies with us ready. So we'll show you the fertilizer sector. Okay, from 24th May, if you check, Rashtriya Chemicals and Fertilizers has already gone 18% up only in the last 8 days. Chambal Fertilizer, somebody was just asking, it's a great stock, Mr. Velutam, it's a great stock, Chambal Fertilizer, GFC, Coromandel. So these shares are already going up in the last 8 days, and it is the #1 sector. All the shares are fantastic to invest in. All these shares, Rashtriya Chemical Fertilizer, Chambal Fertilizers, GFC, Coromandel, GNFC, these are great shares to invest. Now, if you see the P, okay, obviously RCF has a bigger P ratio, so definitely Chambal Fertilizer at a P of 12, and GNFC had risen 252% in last year. That means 1st April to 31st March, GNFC was the highest share which had increased. The second share which had increased is RCF and then GSFC. Now this year we are observing from the last this year, one of the top performance has been RCF and Chambal Fert. So Chambal Fert is definitely a very good buy. We highly recommend. Even if you see the PAT jump of Chambal Fertilizer, the PAT jump has been 210 crores. Right? The last year PAT was 148. This year the annual PAT is 358. The PAT is the PAT is increased by 142%. Okay. Now, if you study the EB data, year-on-year EB data, we also have to study the year-on-year EB data is not very good. It is only 4%. Okay, so definitely there is an exceptional item. That is why the share. So we just have to check whenever we study everything, we also have to study the EBITDA and the PAT, because the PAT includes the extraordinary items also. Okay, but still we are observing that a lot of new institutions.
Mutual fund.
Okay, even the mutual fund has not increased, but the maximum mutual funds have increased in this share, Coromandel, okay, and GNFC. So when we study these parameters, then sometimes we can decide that Coromandel and GNFC looks better than Chambal Fertilizer also. So whenever we invest, you have to study the data and then decide that which share will do well and then invest in those shares. So definitely GNFC, Coromandel and Chambal is doing very well right now. So these are few shares which are doing very well and you can invest in these shares. Okay. More details will be shared when we also do a 2-day seminar where I train people how to understand this data properly. We study the data and we actually train you on fundamental analysis in many parameters. So we have a next session in Mumbai on 20th June and 21st June. So if you're from Mumbai, you can actually join our 2-day seminar. So if you're interested, you can mail us in our support@dynamiclevels.com and they can get in touch with you. Okay, let's go to the next sector.
Paper, I think.
The second sector is paper. Last year also the paper sector did very well. Okay, one of the favorite stocks in this is Navneet Education, definitely. Right now I'm observing, we just checked 15 institutions has increased in Navneet Education. Okay, change 17 new institutions. Okay, and 13 new mutual funds have entered in the last between January, February and March. So Navneet Education is a great share in paper. Definitely, you know, a lot of institutions are entering. It is into printing. So you can definitely invest into Navneet Education, and West Coast Paper is also doing very well. Okay, these are all small cap companies. And in last year, if you see, West Coast Paper had increased by 154%. JK Paper by 122% and Navneet by 192%. But this year from 24th May, already West Coast Paper and Navneet Education is up by 16 and 17% in the last 8 days. So West Coast Paper and Navneet Education are doing very well. If you see the PAT jump, okay, West Coast Paper from 8 crores, you know, the PAT jump is after it has gone to 128 crores. So basically a growth of 119 crores. Even Navneet is seeing a growth of 37%. So these two counters, Navneet and West Coast Paper, are highly recommended to invest in. Okay, so fertilizer we covered, we also covered paper. Let's go to the third sector, which we recommend after GST. Auto tires and tubes. Okay, so if you see from 24th May, again last year the #1 tire performer was Balkrishna Industries. It is one of the most favorite stocks, and from 24th May Apollo Tire is doing well. MRF and more or less they are all same. So one of the most beautiful shares I would invest is Balkrishna Industries. It's a great stock to invest in. So please think of investing in Balkrishna Industries. The institution is doing very well. If you see the PAT jump, Balkrishna Industries jumped 140 crores. You know, and the other tire companies have not done so well, but Balkrishna Industries is a 100% export-oriented unit. They're doing very well. So in the tire industry, it's one of the most favorite stocks Presently the price is 1580. So you can definitely invest in Balkrishna Industries and tire industry. Okay. Apollo is doing very well, but the PAT jump is not good, but they are maintaining. They are maintaining. And I was also checking the institutions.
Bas. Yeah.
Okay, so the mutual funds have increased in Apollo by 7, but in the total institution is not increased. So 7, MRF 21 and Balkrishna Industries. So these are 2-3 very good companies in tire. So you can rethink on, especially I would recommend Balkrishna. Okay, let's go to the third sector, which is performing after GST.
Cements.
Cement is also doing very well after GST. Cements. Okay, top share is, again, I love this share. It's in minicaps. It's a very small cap company. Last year it had increased by 158%. Vishaka Industries.
Still at a P of 5.
Okay, you're still getting a P at only 15. Okay, if you see the PAT, it has grown by 16 crores year on year. It was 24. The current year is 40 crores. The PAT is, so it has, isko hide kar dena. Okay, so it is grown by 16 crores. इसको opposite कर देना पहले so that
Okay.
ऐसे move पहले 24 फिर 40 ये इधर आएगा
16
ये इधर
then
आएगा
17.
ये इधर आएगा यहाँ
First 16, then 17. Okay.
ठीक है so 16 crore PAT jump is there in Vishaka. It's a mini cap share. Okay, now mini cap means the market capitalization is less than 1000 crores. So whenever you have, and if you see the promoters holding, promoter is already holding about 40% of the shares. So very little equity is left in the market. That's why the run has been fantastic in the last 1 year. Okay, so you should always invest in a mini cap if you want a great return. Usually multi-baggers come from mini cap and small cap. Okay, large cap, because the market capitalization is huge, sometimes the run is not more than 30 to 40% in a year. Okay, so it's a great share to invest, Vishaka, and it is already started going up a lot after 24th May. It is already 21% up. So it's a great share to invest. Rest are still, not doing so well. So personally, I would only recommend Vishaka Industries right now and wait for some more time to invest in other cement stocks. But definitely Vishaka Industries. Okay. Mr. Manish, this Excel sheet cannot be shared. It takes us lakhs and crores to make this Excel sheet from many data. Okay, so if you want to know a lot about this Excel sheet, come for our training program in Mumbai on 20th and 21st June. So we can share a lot of data from there. Okay, so let's go to the next sector, which is the financial services
FMCG packaging.
or FMCG packaging again. Packaging has been doing well from the last 4 years. So it's a great sector to be in. Okay, from 24th May, again, an all-time favorite, Time Techno. It's in the small cap. It had risen 162% last year, already up 23%. You're still getting at a P ratio of only 22. It's a great share. The rest are still upcoming. And if you see last year, another share which is really good is Polyplex. There is a lot of institutional interest in this company, Polyplex. So you can actually think of Polyplex also. Okay, so Uflex has grown 60% last year, SL Packaging 49%. But one of the great stocks which is doing very well is Time Techno. Okay, so Time Techno, Polyplex, these two companies are doing very, very well. So you can think, if you see the growth percentage, Polyplex has grown by 2000%. You know, can you just check the extraordinary item?
Polyplex.
Yeah.
In 2016 March में था जिससे
Okay. So there is no extraordinary item in this company.
No, there was for 65 crore in March 2016.
But 17.
So difference हो गया तो बढ़ गया ना.
हाँ. And can you just check the EBITDA? So EBITDA also is increased by 70%. So if you check the EBITDA, the company is doing very, very well. Polyplex. Okay. So this is one of the great packaging companies, definitely performing very well last year also. So great chance of going well. So Time Techno, Polyplex, great companies to invest in. Think about it. Okay. Take the next one. We'll take all questions, Manishji, after in about 10 minutes. Let us first study the top sectors and the top shares so that at least we have 20-30 shares to invest in after GST. So we are recommending, we are giving you shares so that you can invest in those shares in the next few days, you know, to get the benefit of the market.
Financial services.
Okay, financial services. Again, I remind you that the data is only for 8 days right now. We are not seeing the old data because there is a massive taxation change. So we really want to focus from the low of 24th May and see how does the market do well in the next 3 months. Okay, because the taxation change is very, very huge. How each company would be affected, we can know. The fastest way to know is price. Okay, the most of the data, the July results will all come, June quarter results will all come in July, August. So by the time, we cannot wait till August. So from May till August, we have 3 months where we study the price and we will know that after GST, where is the interest of the mutual funds, where is the interest, which sector is doing well. So that is a very critical factor. Okay. After, again, IFL, it's a large cap stock. It has been doing very, very well because the PAT jump, if you see, is 48%. And there are definitely other counters also. If you see the PAT jump percentage growth, VHL, okay, it's I don't know if you've heard of Vardhaman, you know. So I think so. They are the same group. VLS Finance has grown by 421%, and PNB Guild by 385% in the last 1 year. And if you check the, you know, EBITDA year-on-year percentage change of EBITDA. PAT के बगल में EBITDA percentage growth लगा. We'll answer all your question, Manojji. You have a question, what is the success rate? You should see our previous videos and you calculate. Okay, on 1st January, Manojji, we had given 113 shares to invest. Okay, the video is there. So you know it is the real video. And the same share, it is mentioned on my app. If you would have invested in those shares, the return was about 100% per annum. So you should check our videos, and then we are giving you certain shares to invest. So please check and then invest in those counters and you see what is the return you will have, you know. So we'll answer all the questions. Let's study now to, if you see, build a percentage of growth.
Only percentage, we don't require that.
So if you see the percentage, EBITDA growth is also there, you know. So VLS Finance, that is why we have a solid PAT jump. Okay. So EBITDA growth is very, very important also, that which company is doing well. Now, if you see PNB Guild, EBITDA growth is not there. But in VLS Finance and VHL, there is tremendous EBITDA growth, which is also translating into PAT. Okay, so one of the good companies to see is also IFL, and VLS Finance, VHL looks very, very good. These two companies are fantastic. The only problem is that they have low volume. Low volume means the volume is less than 1 crore average daily. So sometime when you invest, you have to be careful. You will not get an easy exit easily. You have to sell slowly, because the volumes are slightly low. But still, great share to invest, VLS Finance and VHL. In the last 1 year, the EBITDA has grown and the PAT has also grown. Everybody can hear, it's your computer problem. Please check your own computer. Okay, shares which has gone up from 24th May. Okay, IFL has gone up.
Yes. Yeah, 24th May.
Yeah, so 10%, 10%. So definitely, but please take care of VLS Finance and VHL. Very, very good shares. I would, and in the last 1 year, again, if you see in the last 1 year, VHL had gone up by 218%, VLS by 100, GM Financial by 133%. So most of the financial companies are doing very, very well. So I don't know if you take care of this, but you please invest in certain shares. Okay, we'll take 2 more sectors before we go for questions. Okay, jewelry. There's only one favorite share in jewelry. PC Jewelers is doing well, but one of the favorite stock is Manappuram. If you see, it has gone up by 180% and Muthoot Finance. Okay, and still you have Manappuram at a P ratio of 10. It is one of the most favorite stocks of mutual funds also. So think of investing in this share. Okay, Manappuram. It's actually a financial institution. It's not in jewelry, but they actually finance for when they get gold as deposits. So it's a great company, Manappuram, and also definitely right now we are seeing some interest in PC Jewelers, but Manappuram and Muthoot Finance has been doing very well since the last 1 year. So please think on investing in these shares. Okay, let's take the last sector. Obviously, it's a short time, so let's take banks, private, and chemical. Let's take 2 more sectors: banks, private, and chemicals. Okay, again, one of the most favorite stock is Federal Bank. Amazing share it is. Okay, KTK Bank, South Bank is also doing well, but Federal Bank is highly, highly recommended. It has done very well last year. If you see DCB Bank, it was the second highest performer last year, 97%. So Federal Bank is highly recommended. Okay, everybody can hear, right? Dipesh, it's your problem. You have a computer issue. Everybody can listen to me. Okay. Everybody can listen. If you check, it's your issue. Okay. Sanjay will answer your question. Okay. Next sector, and chemicals. Okay, we have a huge number of lists in chemicals. Chemicals was one of the best performing sectors last year. It increased by more than 110% overall. That is why most of the scripts have risen last year tremendously. Now, one of the reasons chemical is rising is because China is closing down many, many industries and crude oil prices are very, very low. So that is why the chemical industry will continue to do well this year also. And since the last, if you see, Phillips Carbon, it's one of the great shares. Nosil, it's a great share. So there has been great. Now, if you see the growth, which company has been growing in EBITDA? Okay, so if you see Supreme Petro, a great share to invest in. Okay, another share which is very, very good, I would highly recommend is Tirumalai Chemical. It had risen by 391% last year, and you see the growth in EBITDA and the thing. So whenever you have to study, you have to see the EBITDA and the PAT. So if both are growing, then you're sure that these companies are doing very, very well. Okay, so Supreme Petro is done very, very well, extremely well. And definitely another company which is doing very, very well is Philips Carbon in the profitability thing. And also another company is Kiri Industries. It's a minicaps company, great share to invest in. Minicap tends to rise a lot. And if you see, one of the Sanjay ji has been asking that which are the prices, why should we invest? If you see the P ratio, Sanjay ji, okay, the P ratio is still very, very low. So we only recommend those counters where the company is doing very well, the profitability chances of growing is very high, so that P will still remain low and the prices will rise. So don't see the share prices which has risen last year. You have to see there are many factors to invest in a particular counter. It is not only the price, it is also the P ratios, the profitability, the EBITDA, and the institutional holding. So if everything is supporting, those companies are still to invest. But when the P ratio goes above 30, and then we should take a hold in investing in stocks. But if the P ratio is still at 15, 20, and the last year it has risen by 100%, the chances of the share rising this year by 100% is also very, very high. We have been following this strategy. We have been giving the names. If you go to our app, we have been releasing the names of shares to invest and check. So if you don't want to invest, write on a paper that we have recommended these shares today, and you check the prices after 2 or 3 months. So we have a history of videos on YouTube. We have given you a lot of shares, so you share and check. Our app is D Levels. Okay, you can just do D Levels. Our app name is D Levels. And you can see our old videos in YouTube. You can go to YouTube and just put Shailesh Saraf, and you can see all our YouTube videos in which we had recommended certain shares to invest. So if you had invested in those shares, you would have made money in the last few months.
YouTube video channel.
YouTube
channel.
Okay, so if you go to YouTube and just put my name, Shailesh Saraf, you'll find all the videos and the recommendations given. Okay, so we'll take some questions from Avanti Feed. Is a very good share, Nitesh. I want to study security. I'm thinking of completing a post-graduation. Mohit, if you want to study, you can attend our course in Mumbai on 20th and 21st June. Mohit Gawade, and you will learn about how to identify multibaggers. Okay, YouTube channel Shailesh Saraf. Eros International. We cannot take personal questions right now. This is buy with low volume. Buy with Mr. RK. That is buy, but it has low volume. That is the meaning of B. So what is your view on Reliance Communication? It is very difficult to answer a particular share's name right now. If you want to study all the personal shares name, you come to our seminar and we'll discuss the personal shares of each. You can also send your portfolio and we can tell you which share to hold, which share to buy, which share to exit.
Client support at the dynamic.
You can send a mail to us. Mr. Nilesh, this video recording will be available on YouTube. You can go to YouTube after 2 days and you can see the video recording. Okay, you can send a mail to us in support@dynamiclevels.com and with your portfolio, and we can send you buy, exit, hold for all your shares with all the details, fundamental details of your shares. So you'll get a full idea of the fundamental details. Okay. The app has been updated, Vikash. You can check. Okay, Mr. Javed, we teach you how to analyze fundamentally in our seminars if you want to join. Okay, sugar stocks are not falling. Mr. Sunny, sugar stocks are not falling right now because it has been doing very, very well. Right now, even after 24th May, sugar stocks are pretty good. Let's open the sugar stocks once. Okay, sugar stocks are not doing so badly right now. Mirza International is a good share, Abhijit. It's a good share. Okay, Mavana Sugar is doing very well. It will still do well. Mr. Bansal, Vijaya Bank is a very good share. PSU Bank, Mr. Ankit. No, we don't have any. We only have a course on multibaggers, Mr. Sujit Kumar. We don't have any course on Forex. Okay. Pharma sector is not doing well, Mr. Shubhankar. The problem with pharma sector is it's not doing well. If you see pharma, it's very, very low. You know, even in the last 1 year, pharma sector has not performed. So we have to wait. If you just want to buy a pharma stock, I would recommend Jubilant. It's a great stock to invest. Mr. Velithium, I can come to Chennai, but we need 10 people to attend our seminars. Then only we can come. You can come to Calcutta, then we can. Steel sector, Anup, will do very, very well. I'm very, very positive about the steel sector. It was one of the top sectors performing last year. In the last 3-4 months, it has not been performing. But personally, I am a great fan of the steel sector right now because the way government is supporting the steel sector. So steel sector is very, very well. Presently, it is not performing so well, but I'm still a great fan of the steel sector. Okay. My website is dynamiclevels.com, Mr. Raghavan. Mr. Y. Agarwal, I have not decided when we will hold the seminar in Delhi. If you are, we will send you the message. Please register on our website so you'll get the message. Can you give me the email ID? I sent support, Mr. Samir, support@dynamiclevels.com. Avanti Feed is a very, very good share. It has been doing very well since the last 4 years. It will continue to do well. Avanti Feed, Mr. Amit. So view on Nifty. So Nifty, you cannot defend it. The Nifty right now depends, how the global market will function. So we'll really have to see in the next 1 year, what are the mistakes Mr. Trump does. If he does not make any mistakes, Nifty will continue to rise. Okay, India economically, there is no problem. The only problem we can face is from America. If Mr. Trump does not make a mistake, because of GST, India is continuing to grow. Okay, Mr. Divya Khanna, if you want to know about EBITDA and training, please attend our seminar in Mumbai. If Mr. M. Shah, if you are an NRI, you can still invest. There are many NRIs who will invest with us. You send us a mail in our website and we'll give you all the details, how you can invest in India. Yes, we have a seminar in July in Kolkata, Mohit. Logistics sector is not performing. We were thinking that after GST, logistics sector will perform, but we are not seeing any growth in logistics sector right now. Okay, in transport logistics, we can just tell you good share. Just see, which are the good shares in transport and logistics? So this is not Redington SA, is not a transport logistic. गलत जगह रखा हुआ है. So right now, there's not much interest in the logistics sector. Actually, Shipping Corporation is not actually in logistics. It is more of a shipping company, SCI. So we'll have to check. Redington, you need to change. Okay. Petroleum House, Ramratna, what is it? Yeah, we teach you about price analysis in the session, Mr. Shinoy. Vijaya Bank is a great share, Sunny. Vijaya Bank is a great share. Yes, P changes every day. So how do you calculate the P? What are the different types of P? We train you in the course in Mumbai on 20th June. If you want to come, we will train you on that. Yes, Anil Kumar, we will show you how to say growing sectors, institutional increase. Everything will be taught in 2 days, Mr. Anil Kumar. Where can we find the file? You cannot find this file, Nilesh. It's a private document. But if you come to the seminar, we can share some of the things with you. Steel sector is very good. Yeah. What is the time horizon? The time horizon in 3 to 6 months, Mr. Hussain. The time horizon 3 to 6 months. How often do we review a recommendation every quarter? And in between the quarters, sometime when we have certain important events in the country or the markets have fallen down, then we recommend certain shares also. Like today, we gave you a recommendation of about 10-15 stocks to invest. So you can invest in those stocks.
We'll check into this.
Okay, Mr. Thameen, please send us a mail and we'll come back to you regarding the app. Should I do the risk analysis? We do the risk analysis and we give a training that how do you do the risk analysis. The risk analysis can be done from promoter's pledge of the shares. We can also do how many institutions are investing in those shares, what is the debt equity ratio. So these trainings are given in the sessions. So you know the risk of a company. Yes, Eros is in the list of the multibaggers. RK Delhi, maybe in August or September, I don't know. Right now, we have not decided. You can send a mail, Mr. Nilesh, to us and we'll give you the details of the seminar. It's on my website also, the details. Good, PNB Guild is a good share. It has been rising from last year. It has been rising. We don't recommend much for intraday trading, Mr. Javed. Mr. Y. Agarwal, please go to our website, dynamiclevels.com. All the details are there. Send us a mail, we can give you. Pharma is down, it's not doing well, Mr. Rajan. So sector analysis depends. It has been from last 15 months, only few shares are doing well in pharma. So, sometimes, because of the policies from the US FDA and Indian government policies, certain sectors do not do well. Right now, because of the generic drugs coming in, pharma companies' profits is under threat. That's why maybe it's not a very growing sector. Mr. Swapnil, there's no problem from our side. You have to check your computer. PFC had fallen because they have done a provision of losses, Mr. Sunny. So they have done a provision for losses. So that's why, but still it's a good share. You can actually transfer from PFC to REC if you want to do that. It's the same type. So you can transfer because REC is still doing very, very well. Maruti Suzuki is a good buy. Edelweiss is a good buy. Chennai Petro is a good buy. Edelweiss is a good buy. Sunflag is also good buy. It is a mini stock in iron and steel. So Sunflag Iron is a good stock. You can actually invest in Sunflag Iron also, Mr. Arvind Kumar. Yes, it's a good idea, be it to do, systematic investment plan. But you need to know, you need to have knowledge about the mutual funds when you do that. Dilip Buildcon is a group share. It has been it is in our app to buy in the multibaggers. Top bets on steel sector. Okay, I'll give you. Shubhankar, just give source steel sector, metals and mining. There are some good shares to invest, Mr. Shubhankar, in the steel sector. ये ऐप में सिर्फ 91 क्यों आ रहा है देखो. Okay, so if you study the small cap last year, Rain had increased by 268%. It's still doing very well. Tata Metalic is a great stock. Okay. Another stock which I highly recommend is Sunflag Iron in the mini cap. Oh, Sikagen is also doing very well. Sharda Energy is doing very well. So there are some great stocks actually to invest. JSL Hisar is doing very well in the steel sector. Jindal Shaw, Maharashtra Simless is a very good stock. So there are many, many good stocks in the steel sector to invest. No, Santoshji, we don't have any program to do it in Bangalore. I recommend please come to Mumbai or Calcutta to do the program. Yes, you can register Mr. Shah even from UK. You can just change the contact code or send us a mail and somebody will call you and help you to register. Sunflag is good. Banco Products is a good share also. Dilip put Bitcoin is good. We are getting all your messages. There are too many questions. Even if GST gets deferred, nothing is going to happen, Sanjay ji, because 15 September it has to be on as per the constitution. So 1 month will not make a difference. 1 or 2 months will not make a difference. It has to come by September. Even if it gets deferred, because the taxes of each commodity has been announced, so we have to already start checking. Yes, Mr. Neeraj, we cover price analysis, which is better than technical analysis in our program. Okay, what investors should apply to create an all-time high market? You should always know which shares to invest and wait for a correction. So if you go to an app, if you click, it gives you the buy levels. At correction, you can buy. You can buy at 10% correction, 20% correction. So it gives you the right levels to enter the good stocks in our app. So if you go to our app, you'll know which is the rate you can invest the counter on. It gives you the recent high and a 10% correction to invest in the counter. Capital First is a good share. Okay, power sector, infra power. I'll give you, Anup, I'll give you some good shares to invest in infra power. So one of the good shares is Skipper. I don't know if you've heard. KC is an all-time favorite. Okay, these two shares are doing well. CSC is also doing well. Now this sector has not been performing so well, but Skipper and KC International are two good shares in power sector to inform. Skipper and KC International. Share shipping is loss.
Share shipping is loss.
Okay, we cannot take so many personal questions. It's TGT from Manapura.
Target from.
See, they know, Mr. Thomas, there's no concept of targets here. We have to decide. It depends on that when we invest in a counter, we at least should wait for 30-40% to book profits. This is our own database. We don't use anybody else's database. Mr. RK. Yes, app is available on iPhone and Android. Edelweiss is a good share. It's a very good share. The only thing is the P is slightly rising, you know. So that is the only concern about Edelweiss. Whereas it's a great share. Yes, my training in Kolkata will be in July. So you can keep on our website. Please register on our website, and you will keep getting mails and understanding. Banking shares will move after demonetizing compulsory banking transaction. There's no banking transaction, and banking shares are not doing so well because of the huge NPAs. So the banking sector is not doing so well. Is it done? We have a lot of questions. You please send us all your questions. You can send if you want your portfolio, we do a free portfolio check. You can send your portfolio and you will get all the details of fundamentals of your share, whether to hold, buy and exit. And if you have portfolios more than 25 lakh, I can also spend time one-to-one with you explaining your portfolio to you. Okay. So sorry, I could not. We have run out of time. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the session. Did you get some knowledge? Yes, thank you. Did you get some knowledge? Did you? Yes. So thank you so much. Please invest. We will be doing. We will be giving a lot of understanding in our seminar in Mumbai and also in Kolkata. And when we have the program in Kolkata, we'll give you the new institution list to invest in also. So keep in touch and keep joining for our future webinars. Thank you so much. Namaste.